right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people. Happy Sunday to every lovers of freedom all over the world. I hope you went to church. For those who are skunk Christian, do not forget that we are talking about Biafran land. And one thing we believe in is either you're a traditionalist or you are a Christian. It's as simple as that. For all my Christian brothers and my Sabbatarians and the rest of them, hope you all went to church. Even Jews, yeah, I don't know. I see Judaism as part of Christianity, actually. I stand highly corrected, but that's not why we're here. We are here to talk about the great order or the great address that the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá and Joko dropped in United Kingdom. He's actually been making a lot of waves. But before we go into that address, particular address, because it is something that will actually blow your mind. There's a video that has actually been trending, concerning the 1967, to 1980 Biafran war that was declared no winner, no vanquish, abi? No victory, no vanquish, yeah. A lieutenant colonel, as of then he was a sergeant. He fought for the Nigerian army. He was interviewed to give his own brief, talk about the war. And he said something very, very critical. Do not forget he's a Nigerian army. So he's talking from the Nigerian point of view. But in his innocence, he couldn't hide to mention the fact that the Biafran soldiers were just too wonderful. Let me tell you, do you know what it means to engage a country as of then that was being supported by both the United Kingdom and other countries? United Kingdom alone was like the major sponsors of the Nigerian army. They were giving them ammunition and everything, despite the fact that they were feeding them well. For complete 3 years, these gallant men stood with weapons that they made, out of their own intellect. They crafted these things on their own with limited facilities. Just understand, we're not just talking about normal WAR that we're seeing now, sophisticated WAR. We're talking about with limited weapons, with limited time to even prepare. So they were called upon this and they took the challenge on their own. Not what we are seeing now. If you notice, why it is easier for the Biafran Liberation Army is the fact that they are being sponsored. They have a government that is sponsoring them. That is why you see lots of, money being raised by Biafrans to support the government so that weapons will be provided, to the Biafran Liberation Army. Let me tell you, it is easy. It is easy for them. It is easy for them because they are being supplied with weaponry, sophisticated weapon. I remember what Èkpá said. When Èkpá encountered them, Èkpá shouted. He said, "These boys have sophisticated weapons." Kudos to the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Joko, who has been doing everything possible to make sure that the Biafran Liberation Army does not lack anything, that Biafrans are being secured in their home. So I want you to watch this video. Watch it from a neutral angle and, from the fact that you're a Biafran. Watch it with open mind. And I want you to go to the comment section and give me your own input on this issue. Do not forget, you are on Exposed News TV. Do not forget to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible. God bless you.
At the early stage of the war.
No. Now, for even keeping Nigeria with all the armament and all, for 3 years, they've tried.
They tried.
They tried. They were very tactical too. Very tactical. But then, they were always very mindful of the strength and the superiority in arms.
The superiority in arms.
No,
Nigeria was well armed.
No, we were using British and American this thing, where they solely dependent on Chinese and Chinese weapons.
And Chinese weapons were not as good.
As good, no, not as good as British or American.
So they were dislodged in a hole, like they were dislodged from Ore. So from a hole, the movement...
To Asaba, 150 miles or 100 and something.
And it was a free movement.
No. It can never be a free movement.
They were still on the road.
They were. They were on the road. And where it was possible for us to sail on a vehicle, we move. When we are attacked, we have to clear that something before leaving.
How do military clear an area? How do you do that?
Then when you have a pin down, when you are fired, when you notice the appearance of enemy, they will fire. How do you notice them? They keep on firing you. Then what do? You will be pinned down and continue to do what you know how to do best. What you know how to do best. And it can take you days, it can take you 1, 2, 3 days, but you have to clear that portion of enemy before.
How do you clear it? How is it cleared? You fire back?
Yes, you fired back.
With better weapons?
Even whatever they were using at that time, even Ogunigwe was not a weapon. Whatever can kill.
Did you experience Ogunigwe attack?
I know. Why not?
Can you tell me about Ogunigwe?
Ogunigwe is pieces of iron, pieces of bottle, pieces of and to be ignited by petrol. Then it's thrown wherever it is landed. Pieces of iron, pieces of this clustered together. It's a weapon.
And it was a dangerous weapon.
Very, very. When something is a weapon, it's dangerous.
So when 2nd Division got to Asaba, what then happened?
Yes, Asaba. Well, we captured Asaba October 5, 67. But do you know, right from Eho, we were forced to pin down at behind St. Patrick. No, St. Patrick is in Asaba. I don't know whether it's very close to Asaba. That time it was just like a kilometer plus. But I don't know whether St. Patrick is inside Asaba now. But that time...
It's also close to Okpanam.
Yes, close to that area.
Yeah, Zogu was from Okpanam.
Yes. Yeah, we had an encounter in his town.
Okay.
Okpanam. But we still stayed through. We cleared the pocket of enemy and we stayed through. Till we got to St. Patrick. 4th of October, 1967. 4th.
So when you got to St. Patrick...
Yes, it rained around 6. We were forced to pin down.
So when it rained, what did you do? You go into hideout?
Well, if there is a hiding out portion.
You take over buildings in areas you capture?
That is where you have buildings. What of if where we do not have buildings?
So what do you do?
You do that in a build-up area. What do you do when you have no build-up area?
So what do you do?
Bush, you remain there. Will you? Rain beat you and get dried again and again. Then, what do you do?
How do you eat?
No, we eat.
Who brings the food?
No, it's the same soldiers. We have people at the rear, far.
Okay.
They will cook, make the cooking, then brought them down where motor can, they are at a cleared area, an area where we consider safe, but no area is very safe because flying bullet can still kill them there. Flying bullet can fly over the troops at Feba, front edge of battle area, and hit somebody behind. So nowhere is properly safe, but only God is safe human being. So they will cook, bring either 2 head or whatever it is. You cannot fight without eating now.
So you have to withdraw those on the front to go and eat. So while they are eating, you move some others.
No, you cover their movement.
How do you do that?
You don't move forward. If you capture the place, you pin down.
Okay. What
If
pin
possible,
down is
you
possess it.
Yes, you make all round defense and wait for further instruction. It may be you will be asked to proceed or give chance. Now, for example, when Agbo was captured, my commander, Godwin, was telling us that he would have been the one to capture Agbo, if not the nasty experience he had at Eho. If Eho had been a sail through, he would have been the one to capture Agbo.
Who then captured Agbo?
I'm told it's 8th Brigade.
Okay.
So he came and he said he would have been the one to capture Agbo. So when we got to the junction, Agbo junction, we were asked to move. That is, those who captured Agbo were mandated to pin down and give chance to 7th Brigade to go ahead. So if you capture a place and you are instructed to pin down, you pin down. If you are instructed to proceed, another person, another group will be coming to take over where you've captured. Otherwise, that place could still be recaptured by the enemy. So that is how it is.
On the war front, is there a break? Do they say, okay, Lieutenant Colonel Ajayi, can you withdraw and have a break and let others proceed?
Yes, it happens that way. That's the example I've just given. If 8th Brigade had captured Agbo and was asked to pin down and give way to 7th Brigade to proceed, that's all.
So when they are pinning down, they are resting.
Are they resting?
And that's what I'm trying to say. So the soldiers, when the
Do
soldiers
you
give
rest?
off,
No, nothing like resting. Everything will be going simultaneously. You don't rest.
you don't sleep.
How will you sleep? As I'm speaking with you now, I don't know. I don't sleep at night.
You don't?
I can never sleep at night.
Why?
It's because of that nasty experience I had at Onono. You are fond of sleeping. Somebody will just crawl very close to you. I was another rank. I was a sergeant. Somebody will cross close to you and cut, because if he fired, that sound of that firing will have attracted people to know that somebody will come. They can cut people's head like 7.
That happened?
It happened. It happened like that.
War is nasty.
War is bad. I don't pray for war. War, like General Cristali said, if you are positioning people, you are protecting the lives of people, but opening your own life to risk.
It's doing a wonderful job. As all can see, Biafrans are working. There is no going back. There is no going back. Our nation is here. Our country is here. And we'll fight our way through until we get to the destination of the recognition of Biafra as an independent state. It is happening. All of you are paying the price today. fighting and doing everything to make that dream a reality. It is happening in your time, in your age, and in this your life. We have come here to restore the Biafra that our fathers fought and died for. It is a right that we have, and it is a choice that the entire world have to make between the good and the bad. In order to restore peace in the entire Sahel region, Biafra needs to be an independent state. In order to end terrorism and threats against the West and America, Biafra needed to become an independent state. In order to end the piracy in the Gulf of Guinea, Biafra needed to become an independent state. In order for the interests of businesses Biafra needed to become an independent state. So when you are gathered here today to show your support, your unwavering support for the Biafra government, you are not just fighting for yourself, you are also fighting to secure the future of Europe, the future of America, and the West, and those who believe in good things. That's exactly the price you are paying. You may not be recognized today by those you are fighting to secure their future, but in 10 years' time, you will be recognized for eternity. Those who fought for America independent today, we are still making reference to them. Its might and power globally. You fought the war they fought and the freedom they fought from 1770 something. And today, the dividend of the freedom for America, everybody is benefiting from it today. The same thing goes to many countries of the world that people stood up to pay the price, depriving themselves all good things of life to make sure that they give a meaningful future and secure future for the children and unborn generation. So the UK family, you are all doing well. I am really proud of you all, and I'm very, very happy with the crowd I am seeing here today. Gives me energy to even do more exploit in the coming weeks. The promise I'm promising you is that we are going to shake the world. Biafra will shake the world in 2 weeks' time. Go and mark my word. You know, there are some things that moves me. This crowd I have seen today in the United Kingdom have moved me mightily. And I will make you proud in the coming weeks. Even before we go to the Finland Convention, Biafra will be breaking ground. And I want you to understand that there are many things going on behind the scene for the recognition of Biafra as an independent state. We are fighting this war, which, by the special grace of God, has come to favor us. Because nobody in his right or her right thinking today will look at what Nigeria is doing and what is going on in Nigeria and give a supporting hand to them. So everything that's happening today is for the best interest of Biafra, for the best interest of anybody that have any ties, any business ties with Nigeria. As you can see, we are having this gathering today and our people are gathered in the church. Why other people are killing Christians in Nigeria, Biafra government are using church to show the kind of people we are. And this is something that they are struggling to take away from us. The peace, the love for one another, the value for life, the dignity that we have from our own heritage and our history. They are doing everything to take this particular peace, joy from us. And we are going to have that duty to protect it and fight for the protection of this particular opportunity God gave us and the blessing that God gave us in our land. God did not make mistake in making sure that Biafra has everything it needs to become one of the power. Believe me, I said one of the power of this world, because the opportunity will be given whenever Biafra become an independent state. Everybody will attain to its potential, will aspire to become whatever you want to be in life without any hindrances. You will compete among nations. You will aspire to become whatever you want to become, and the government of Biafra will support you. And only that will make this world a better place, where you have more people, especially from Africa, to also be on that particular stage with the West. Biafra will be the beginning of the civilization in Africa, even though in the ages they claim that Africa have had civilization. We have had civilization, but there is no proof to it. Today, everything have disappeared because of the bad leadership, because of the Islamic fundamentalism, because of those who never cared about the development and the future of their own children and citizens. Rather, they are more interested in conquest. They are more interested in jihadist movement. They are more interested in recruiting repentant, so-called repentant Boko Haram and terrorists into their military and police to continue to further their subjugation and conquest of the land. Biafra has come to end it. It is going to be like child play. It is going to be like a joke. But this joke, we are going to make to become a reality. The joke that we started since 2022, when we were dancing on social media, is no longer that joke they used to see. The joke and the small nuisance they call us on social media in 2022, here, after 2 years, is no longer 2022 nuisance on social media. This particular nuisance have germinated, are metamorphosed to government in exile, and have metamorphosed to liaison offices all over the world, including the United Kingdom, of which you are gathered today. I am very, very proud of UK, believe me. And this is where everything started, in the United Kingdom, and the presence of the Biafra liaison will also continue to go stronger and stronger in the United Kingdom. We are not making anybody our enemy. United Kingdom is not our enemy. The only thing is that they have seized the opportunity that God has given to us to excel, to also be like a human being like them. And if you'll be, I can see you. Good to see you in that hall. Thank you all. May God bless all of you. I love you all.
My Lord, I want to let you know, in Finland, UK will have the highest number that will come to convention to support you. And I want to let you know, this little time we have with you, UK people, they would like to appreciate you, at least give you your collar, showing that they are welcoming you happily before you leave. We will not waste time with you. So briefly, we will go into appreciating you for honoring this invitation. This is an August invitation. So it wasn't not that planned, it was impromptu. Yet, because of your love for UK, you deemed it worthy to be here despite your tight schedule. We really appreciate. So without wasting time, we are starting to appreciating you. So we will appreciate you one after the other before we call it a day today. No. His Excellency. No, my lord. No, our Prime Minister. How about here?
Well,
So, without wasting time,
no longer joining the Nigeria military. Chief of Army Staff Labaja cries out in loud voice. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 10th of October 2024, and I have breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. The Chief of Army Staff of the terrorist Nigeria Army, Lieutenant Colonel Labaja, has cried out in loud voice as the Igbos, or should I say the Biafran youths entirely, have rejected the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist military. He is no longer hiding it. As you can see on your screen, I will go straight to the news, which comes from Daily Post Nigeria, and this is their title. Army Recruitment. Chief of Army Staff COAS decries on the representation of rivers, South-South and Southeast. Osetigo, recall that during my live broadcast last week, I showed you how the Zoo Janjaweed is currently begging the people, advertising that it is now free to join the military. They were begging the people to come and join, advertising their flyer. That happened during my previous live broadcast. I think that was last week. And today, they are now crying out. We are going to analyze this properly, but first of all, let me read the article in details. The Chief of Army Staff, COAS, Lieutenant Colonel Taoreed Labaja, has raised concern over the low representation of River State, as well as the South-South and Southeast regions in Army recruitment effort. What does that tell you? We will come to the analysis. Let me continue. The Acting Director of Supply and Transport Services at Army Headquarters, Department of Army Logistics, DOAL, Brigadier General Wito Nzide, made the statement when urging stakeholders and leaders in rivers to motivate their youth to pursue careers in the security forces. There is no career in the security forces. As far as the zoo is concerned, there is no career in the security forces in the zoo. The only career you have in the security forces in the zoo is to buy and or be sent to God for proper judgment. Wherever they post you, if they post you in the north, Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda, Ansaru, ISWAP, all of them, they will buy you. Whether you are in the core north or in the middle belt, they will buy you. If they send you in the east, the Biafra Defense Forces will always send you to God for proper judgment. So you are not, your security is not guaranteed. If they ever send you to the west, unless you are lucky, they send you to Lagos. Only in Lagos will you be free. Only, I said only. But if they ever send you to any other part of Western Zoological Republic, bear it in mind that Fulani herdsmen terrorists will buy you. They will buy you there. Miyetti Allah will buy you in the western part of the zoo, unless you are being sent to Lagos. That means all the Zoo Janjaweed army should be, in Lagos State. That is how bad it is. Now let's continue. Nzide spoke on Tuesday when he led a sensitization team on the ongoing Nigeria Army 88 regular intake for trades/non-tradesmen and women to River State. Oh, I never see anything. Your downfall has just begun. The team arrived in Rivers with the sole aim of sensitizing the people on the need to motivate their youths to join the military. How can you join the military when you know that, number one, the military is a terrorist organization being infiltrated by the Boko Haram? The military has been infiltrated by Boko Haram, and the Boko Haram did not just infiltrate the military, but the military high command brought in Boko Haram into the military, which they call repentant Boko Haram. Before the end of this broadcast, I will show you something else that is going on already. Nzide stated that Rivers was leading other states in the South with the lowest representation in recent recruitment into the military, lamenting that Rivers was not utilizing its quota in army recruitment. He insisted that his chief of army staff was worried by the development, saying it was the reason he sent them to visit the state and sensitize the indigenes and encourage the youths to take advantage of the ongoing recruitment to join the military. They are begging. Did you see the video that I showed you 2 days ago during my live broadcast where children of 10 years were recruited into Nigerian military? Did you see the video? If you saw that video, let me know in the comment section. Things are going on, my people. The zoo is finished completely. The entire Biafra has rejected the zoo, and you can see the effect on your screen as we read further. He said, the chief of army staff, in his wisdom, has sent us to carry this message to the nooks and crannies of not just the Niger Delta, but of course Rivers State, that you are not utilizing your quota in the Nigeria army. I am here again as a son of the soil that I am to emphasize on the need why our young sons and daughters need to join the army. They are running helter-skelter. They don't know how to end it. They don't know where to end. They don't know. In fact, all these ifanka elugo dagono wa. Remember that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu told every Biafran to resign from the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist military, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Samanekpa, made the same call some years back, maybe 2 years ago, and they thought it was a joke. And today, you have seen the effect. The Zoo na bagaragara aka dagofa ayata dagofaka. This is a sign that Biafra have completely rejected the Zoological Republic. Nobody from Biafra land will ever join the Zoo army again. Nobody. Because even those who were there before the infiltration of Boko Haram are now resigning. Some of them are running away. Some of them are resigning properly, go back to their various homes. Some of them run away completely, run even outside the zoo, which they call Japa. The Zoo Janjaweed soldiers from the southern part of the zoo are now taking Ben Johnson. They are now taking Ben Johnson. I'm telling you what I know. They are taking Ben Johnson. Now the idiot continued. The chief of army staff has carefully selected some Niger Delta officers and has asked us to use the newsmen in the Niger Delta to tell the youth of Niger Delta that they are not filling up their quota in the Nigeria army. They are begging. This thing we are complaining about is more prominent in the Niger Delta and the southeast. Did you get that? He said this thing that we are complaining about, which is the youth of Biafra rejecting to join the Zoo terrorist army, that is what they are complaining about. He said it's more prominent in the Niger Delta and the southeast. So that means the entire Biafra region have rejected the terrorist military. Now, and this has raised the question that why we need to always come here all the time. Ose Tigon, have you now seen what the zoo is passing through? Have you now seen the reason Musa always come and cry on the national television? Have you now seen the reason? This is the reason. Because no Biafran youth, I can assure you that one, I can assure you 1,000,000%. There is no any other region that has more population in the entire Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom than Biafra land. Whether they call it south, southeast, or whatever, the entire Biafra land, in fact, the old eastern region of the zoo, go and confirm it. Just go and make your research. The western region is only Yoruba. which they are nowhere near the number of Igbos alone. Only Igbos. No, Yoruba does not near the number of Igbos in population. Go and make your research. Go and make your research. Are you going to tell me the north, northeast, or northwest? Which region has more population than Biafra in the entire Zoological Republic? No one. It is only the Biafra land that has the highest number of people in the entire Zoological Republic. So if the region that has the highest number of people, the highest population in the entire Zoological Republic, have refused to join their terrorist army, then nobody is joining. Nobody is joining the military. That is the reason why they always recruit the so-called repentant Boko Haram into the military, because they lack numbers. Because of what? They lack numbers. I promise to show you something before the end of this very broadcast, and then I want you to see this. Now, I want you to look at this very, publication from Sahara Reporters. Look at it. They said, repentant Boko Haram militants flee with government-issued firearms, vehicles in Borno. Did you get something here? Repentant Boko Haram militants flee with government-issued. Maybe you do not understand that word. Issued firearms. Flee with government-issued firearms. Government giving firearms to do what? After recruiting them into the terrorist army, issued firearms to them, uniforms and vehicles as now official Nigeria soldiers. They have run away with the firearms, given to them the uniforms and of course vehicles. This is Sahara Reporters. It is a Zoo media platform which the owner is a politician who is fighting to become the president of Nigeria. So you don't expect them to write anything that will go against the existence of this zoo.